What does it mean to you to be a real man?
A real man is he's the man of the house. He's the caretaker, the protector, the provider. He is all, I guess.
I think a real man is a leader, someone who can take responsibility for his actions, and someone people can turn to in a time of need.
Do you think it's fair to make a connection between masculinity and violence?
Yeah, I would, because if you're looking at someone who's violent, they're not gonna be a little girly girl or not tough, and you define tough as masculine. So yeah, I would make that comparison.
I guess you could make a connection with that just because people associate the two together, because most of the time you need to be strong to do that act of crime.
What percentage of all murder victims in the United States do you think are female?
It's about 50-50 split. Half
Would you-
male, half female.
Would you be surprised if only 24% of all murders were females?
I mean, now that I think about it, no, but it's not what I originally would have guessed.
38.
What if I told you it was 24%?
I'd be a little surprised.
Begin with in the media culture. For example, Latino men are almost always presented made in our society between being a man and being violent. In fact,
What was your immediate reaction after watching this film?
My immediate reaction was I was pretty surprised that all the movies that they listed were some of my favorite movies, and how those movies promote and associate violence and promote violence to younger people.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised about how all the statistics they had were overwhelmingly male. All the crimes that they listed and committed are way over 50% male, and I just did not realize it was that high.
What was the most important or interesting thing that you learned from watching this film?
I think if I had to pick one thing that stuck out to me was that violence is cyclical, and I think one number they threw out was 81% of children who are abused ultimately become abusers when they're older.
I was really surprised. I thought sex and gender were the same thing. I didn't realize gender is a socially constructed thing. I assumed when you say you're a female, that's your gender, that's your sex. It's the same thing. I didn't realize the difference. It's very surprising.
What could you do personally to help combat gendered violence?
I don't know how much, I personally could spread the word of the knowledge I have now about this, but in a more broad and, I guess, national thing we could do is maybe teach this knowledge at a young age. That way it sticks with us through our entire lives.
Well, personally, now that I have more knowledge about it, I just have to take it in my daily life and apply it. And the knowledge I have, just pass it on to friends, family. And when I see something that, doesn't go with my beliefs, now I have to speak up and spread that knowledge.